everyone! Are you familiar about Pythagoras? So, I am Annalie Palomar here and I will be the first one who will discuss things about Pythagoras. So, Pythagoras is a philosopher and mathematician. His full name is Pythagoras of Samos. He was an ancient Colonian Greek philosopher and mathematician. He also often described as pure mathematician, and he was born in an island of Samos, Greece. Pythagoras' father was Nisarchus, while his mother is Pythagoras. Pythagoras received a quality education as his father Nisarchus was a wealthy merchant before. As a young man, he left his native city for Croton in southern Italy to escape the tyrannical government of Pythagoras. While in about 535 BC, Pythagoras went to Egypt. This happened a few years after the tyrant Pythagoras seized control of the city of Samos. Upon his migration from Samos to Croton, Pythagoras established a secret religious society. But before that happened, back in Samos, Pythagoras founded a school which was called the semicircle, which is known by that name even today, in which the Samians hold political meetings. Pythagoras undertook a reform of cultural life of Croton, urging the citizens to follow virtue and form an elite circles of followers around himself. He opened the school for male and female alike. Pythagoras had followers called Pythagoreans, which divided into two groups. The first one is Mathematikoi, the inner circle of the society. They were mathematicians. The Mathematikoi lived permanently in the society, had no personal position, and were vegetarians. They were taught by Pythagoras himself and obeyed strict rules. After several years later, women Pythagoreans became famous philosophers. The next one is the outer circle of the society, known as acosmatics, and they live in their own houses, only coming to the society during the day. They were allowed in their own position and not required to be vegetarian.
Hi, good day. So today we are going to present to you what we have researched about Pythagoras. So Pythagoras believes about mathematics, music, the universe, and life. So in mathematics, Pythagoras believed that everything could be reduced to numbers. He believed that the whole universe had been built using mathematics. Each numbers 1, 2, up to 10 has its own characteristics, strength, and weaknesses. But number 10, or tetracist, for him is the most complete and holiest number of all, since it is readable from the first four numbers, which is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. So, what you can see here is the example of the tetracist. So, let's move on. Geometry for Pythagoras is the most or the highest form of mathematical studies because through it we can explain the real world. Next, music. Pythagoras discovered that the intervals between harmonious musical notes always have whole number ratios. For instance, playing half a length of a guitar string gives the same note as the open string, but an octave higher, a third of a length gives a different but harmonious notes.
Okay, so let's move on to his belief about the universe. He was the first person to claim that the earth was a sphere. He believed that the earth is the center of so-called cosmos, not everything falls around it. Okay, The last is Pythagoras' belief in life. Pythagoras believed that all souls are immortals and that after death, a soul is transferred into a new body. They believe that the soul is buried in a human body, which acts as a tomb for the soul in this life. The highest reward that a human could attain was for the soul to join in the life of gods and thus escape the circle of reincarnation in another human body. Pythagoreanism believed that the soul buried in the body as a punishment for the committed offense, in that a soul could be purified. Aside from conducting their daily lives according to strict rules, Pythagoreans also engage in rituals to attain purity.
Next, major works and contributions. So Pythagoras was the one who established that the sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to dimensions of a two right angles. So as you can see, here is the example. So here are the famous philosophies of Pythagoras. If there be light, then there is darkness. If cold, heat. If height, depth. If solid, fluid. If hard, soft. If rough, smooth. If calm, tempest. If prosperity, adversity. If life, death. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. So almost nothing is known of Pythagoras' life, even though later writers attempted to put together biographies based on stories and fragments from earlier works, though the details of Pythagoras' life may never be fully and known, but his influence continues to be felt worldwide and in the present day. So, that's all for our report. Hope you learned something from it. Thank you.